At death, we all have to wait to cross the great river. Now we have almost reached the end of our journey. You have learned a little of the truth, our truth. So, for a last riddle, have you guessed who I am, the Virgil to your Dante, guiding you through the dark underworld of lost stories? No? Let me tell you a little about myself. Like my sisters here, I have my own words, words that have come down to you through the ages and across the miles. I am famous, though you do not seem to know me. Men have lied about me, though they sing my praises and applaud my poetry. Oh, more clues then. My name is used to signify love. My home country gives its name to love, a love that dares not speak its name. Oh, I will spare your blushes. Let me introduce myself. I am Sappho of Lesbos. I am one of the greatest poets who ever lived, and yet you probably reduce me to a joke about girl-on-girl action or some such schoolboy smut. Like my sisters here, my achievements have also been diminished, lost from historical records, which place more importance on war and power struggles. But my words survive, and people are in awe of their magic, their beauty. My words have the power to win the battle for your hearts, to preserve my memory, and honor the memory of those I loved. I was revered during my lifetime. I was so respected and loved that my people minted coins in my image. I was spoken about by Herodotus and Plato, who put my words into Socrates' mouth. My poetry was admired for its beauty and technical accomplishment. I was a wonder of the ancient world, my fame spreading across the Mediterranean, inspiring writers like the Roman Catullus 500 years after my death. 9 volumes of my poetry were collected. Ovid, Boccaccio, John Donne, Tennyson. They have all admired and been inspired by my work. But petty jealousies sabotaged my fame. Pathetic scribblers who envied my skill started to make up stories to damage my reputation. They say that I threw myself off a cliff for love of a man. They also say I groomed young girls in my school to become my own personal harem. They called me crude names, said I was a prostitute. All untrue. All the pathetic attempts of small-minded, talentless people. Can you imagine? Pope Gregory VII commanded that all my works should be destroyed. So I know too well what it is to be silenced, my words banned, stolen, ridiculed. But as Maya Angelou wrote, "And still I rise." And so, as our stories draw to a close, I think of all the women and girls down the ages who have been gagged, humiliated, calumniated, falsely accused, their stark prophecies and warnings ridiculed and banned. Cassandra, Boudica, Joan, the Maid of Orleans. Let us applaud the brave women and girls who have stood up and spoken out at huge personal cost. Malala Yousafzai, who said, "We realize the importance of our voices only when we are silenced." Christine Blasey Ford, suffering death threats for telling her story of sexual abuse by Brett Kavanaugh, who was still appointed to the Supreme Court. Greta being ridiculed for her autism instead of being praised for starting a worldwide youth movement challenging world leaders to do something about climate change. So to all the liars and fantasists who have stolen our stories, I leave you with the words I wrote 2.5 millennia ago. You will die and be still.
Never shall memory be left of you after this,
nor regret when you are gone.
You have not touched the flowers of the Muses.
And thus, shadowy still in the domain of death, you must drift with a ghost's fluttering wings.
One of the darkened dead.
But I claim there will be some who remember us when we are gone.
For we are marvellous.
We are marvelous.